Ahoy there, you two. We're back again today for more of our Gencon Bonanza Explosion Blowout coverage. We are live at Gencon 2017. Thanks in part to our amazing Kickstarter backers. Thank you all so much. And our amazing sponsors, including Bleem Games, who has Dark Mages version 2 coming out. Tasty Minstrel Games, who sponsors everything we do. And then Medieval Lords, who has Black Souls coming to Kickstarter later this year. Check them out in the diddly-doo down below. Right now, we are at the Japanime Games booth, learning about the upcoming Tante Cuore Winter Romance with Bridget. What is Tante Cuore Winter Romance?
Tante Cuore Winter Romance is our 5th edition of the Tante series. So we have, you know, the base set, Expanding House, Romantic Vacation, Oktoberfest, and now we finally have Winter Romance, which includes not only maids, but butlers. Woo! We've been pushing for this for a really long time, so don't worry, ladies, we get some very, very handsome men going in this game as well. And with the butlers, we also introduce a shipping mechanic, which I would be happy to demonstrate for you now. So, assuming you are a veteran Tante player, you pretty much know, where all of your stuff goes. You got your draw pile, your discard pile, and then off to the side somewhere will be your private chambers. Terminology in this game is great, I love it. And when you buy a meetup spot or a date spot like that, it goes immediately off to the side in your private chambers. So, just hangs out there for a minute, and then during a later turn, you can take one of your maid or butler cards out of your hand and say, I am initiating a meetup, which basically just means you're doing the effect of the card. And when you do that, you put one of your maids or butlers face down on top of the meetup card. You then choose one of your opponents, and you say, I am approaching you. That sounds kind of aggressive, but all that means is you're really just asking them out on a date. And what they have to do is then they take the highest buy cost, the little number up here, so the highest number up in the heart right there, maid or butler out of their hand, and also putting that face down on top of the meetup. Now, once that happens, you flip them over, and if your love cost is higher than their love cost, then the meetup went well, the date went great. These guys are now a happy little couple. You steal this card from your opponent, you thin your deck out by getting cards you don't want in your deck anymore off to the side, and you score victory points, all with the satisfaction of knowing you played matchmaker for a beautiful new couple. So, now, you did steal a card from your opponent. They get kind of a little bit of a consolation prize out of that transaction, a social bonus right here. It's a new kind of card we have for this game. What it is a 1 love card in play and a 1 victory point card at the end of the game. It's kind of like a little, there buddy, pat on the back, consolation for stealing probably a really good card out of your deck. So, understandably, the person you took the card from is a little miffed at you, a little angry. So what they can do is they can throw some drama onto the happy little couple, just burst that little honeymoon bubble they have going on there. Unless you are able to discard the card specified on the trial, the relationship is broken up, and the person who instigated the trial gets to choose either one of these 2 cards to steal back and put into their deck. So that's a really cool little mechanic. But say you do pass the trial, all you've succeeded in doing is making their relationship that much stronger, and you give them a victory point. Now, say towards, the end of the game, you're sort of tired of people questioning your happy little couples, or worked really hard on these ships and you're not going to screw with them anymore. Boom, married. Slap a chapel on there, you get 10 extra victory points, and no one can do any more trials on your couples anymore. They have been tested in the eyes of anime weeboo goddamn. But they can grab a blizzard and put a literal freeze on all of the victory points underneath of the chapel, unless you are able to get rid of, I think it is 4 love cards on there, yeah. You have to discard 4 love cards from your hand to get rid of the blizzard. So there's a lot of back and forth in this Tante game, as opposed to, with a lot of deck builders, you're sort of playing against an invisible timer. It's just like, oh no, I don't have that many turns left. I need to hurry up and get a bunch of stuff done. With this, it's a lot more interactive. You sort of really need to pay attention to your opponents, what they're doing. If you notice they're buying a lot of low-level maids and butlers, you really want to target them for meetups, because it's almost guaranteed that you're going to win and successfully kind of screw them over a little bit and get yourself some victory points. And if you see someone's buying a bunch of higher-level ones, then probably don't go up against them unless you're really certain you're going to win and get something out of it. So,
Theme!
Yeah.
theme in the game. I love it.
Dude, it's amazing. And we launched our Kickstarter at the very beginning of the show at noon on Thursday. And within 2.5 hours, we were fully funded.
Nice.
So we are 250% of the way funded right now. So we're doing a lot of really cool stretch goals and everything like that. So we are really pumped about it. I'm very excited. And this is my favorite version of Tonto to date. So, yay! Do you have any questions about it or anything?
No, looks good. So that is the Tonto Cuore Winter Romance. Be sure to check that one on Kickstarter. It should be on Kickstarter right stinking now, assuming you're not watching this in the future or you're a time traveler. If you enjoyed this Gen Con coverage, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Get the camera down there. Which one of these fellows or ladies would you prefer to go on a date with? I would like to ask.
Oh, this is me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now see, here's Dermot. He's sort of the tall, dark, and handsome fella, but you see he's packing a gun. He's packing some
wealthy, though.
firepower
He
there.
looks wealthy.
Yes, and he actually brings drama into the relationship. So whenever you hire him, you actually have to take one of these drama cards and resolve it. And then you could get 0 victory points. You could get some victory points. You could eat a negative. So if it weren't for, you know, that drama baggage, probably Dermot, but quite honestly, Jimmy the Pool Boy. It's kind of great. Yeah. Why on earth he's so, like, heavily dressed as a pool boy, I have no idea. But, yeah, just imagine he's just kind of uncomfortable and sweaty.
I never learned. I'm going to go with Sunny. She looks like a bad girl. That's going to be over in, like, 6 months, but damn it, that's going to be fun. But let me know in the comments below. Which one of these would you like to date? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.